Hello, everyone. I am just quickly looking to see. Okay, perfect. All right. I am trying a new thing where I am also live on Instagram. So I'm just trying to see and get all my ducks in the row of, streaming on every platform to make sure things are working. So I'm just checking really quick to see if I'm live on my Facebook group as well. Um, Looks like I am, which is great. If anyone is having issues hearing me, please let me know. But I hope you all are having a fantastic Friday. It's definitely winter, but I know if you're in Minnesota, we're going to be getting some more warmer weather coming this next week. So I'm excited for that. But I apologize again for not doing a live on Wednesday. Um, Other things were scheduled for work, and so I was unfortunately unable to uh, get on to do a live on Wednesday. So that's why we're doing it today. But typically, I will be doing them on Wednesdays at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you are able to join, please do join. And for those of you who are here right now, please say hello. Also comment and let me know, what types of topics you would love to hear as well, or would like more information on. This is a place where we can be active and engage and create a community to help us thrive and reach that optimal health and well-being. And so today's topic, in lieu of that, we are going to be talking about what can clog up and really back up that detoxification system. So our body has different organs that help process toxins, right? Um, our biggest thing is that we want to make sure that our body is functioning at its best to be able to clear the toxins that are within our body. Yes. Hi, Kristen. It is going to be near a heat wave for sure. Um, I know it's kind of sad to say that, but I'm excited to get out of this Arctic blast. I hope that you are doing well and staying warm. And it's so lovely to see you. Thank you so much for joining. So, first up, I do want to start this session with acknowledging that we all have a toxin load. So, there is no getting out of this, you guys. It's not like, oh, no, 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 I don't have toxins. What are you talking about? I've been working so hard to get rid of these toxins. I avoid this, this, and this. No, unfortunately, we carry that toxin load. We carry it whether, and I will get into it, whether it's genetic, from our mother when we're in the womb. We carry it through our own thoughts. And again, I will get into it. There are different things, but we cannot outrun or escape the toxins. Okay, it's part of us. Um, and throughout our lifespan, we accumulate these toxins. So over the years, we're just kind of adding and adding and adding it to it, our current load. And it's everything that we're exposed to. Stepping outside of your house, you're getting toxins through the air. So again, you cannot really escape them. And what is frustrating is that a lot of times these toxins are held in our fat cells too, and a lot of them are fat soluble and not easily metabolized. So that's what can really start to clog up. And once we accumulate enough, we can start to see symptoms and issues arise. We can also store toxins in our central nervous system, in our endocrine system. We can, store toxins in our muscles, our brain, all of that. So different areas of our body, we can store toxins. So a toxin is honestly any barrier that is an obstacle to your overall health. So anything that is disruptive to your health is considered a toxin. So again, our three major are going to be like the food, our air, our water. Those are the biggies that we come in contact with constantly because, hi, we need to get outside. We need air to breathe and function, right? We need food in order to survive, and we need water in order to survive. So those are near constants that we are being exposed to. And so they are filled with toxins, unfortunately. And yes, we can do the best that we can. And that's what I'm going to get into. There are psychological toxins, so chronic stress, abuse, emotional trauma, how we speak to ourselves. Our cells are always listening. And I don't know if you guys have ever read the book, The Body Keeps Score, but it's a fascinating book and I highly recommend it. Hypersensitivity. So, food sensitivities. If you are consuming a food that your body is like, no, we can't do this. We don't work well with this. That's going to be a toxin, unfortunately, to the body. And it's also shows that your body is filled with toxins. Because usually food sensitivities get triggered when our body is overloaded. Other physical toxins would include like electromagnetic fields. So those EMFs, hi, we have our cell phones, right? We have our wireless internet. We have our 5G towers. We have those AirPods that we put in our ears. We have microwaves. We have these electromagnetic fields that are constant. Like we're getting radiation within our body. Trauma is another one too. So any physical traumas, etc. There are metabolic toxins as well. So our body, when when we're functioning, our body is constantly going through metabolic processes. Um, Sorry, my brain. And so there are byproducts that are actual toxins within our cells, going through different reactions too. So toxins are a byproduct, but we want to, wipe those away, clear them out as quickly as possible. And if our body is not doing too well with that, or our mitochondria aren't functioning well, and we're just, things are kind of down and sluggish, it's going to be a lot harder to clear those toxins. Biological, so think of viral, bacterial toxins, fungal exposures, those types of things. So our body has various systems that are very sensitive to toxins as well. So that includes our immune system. It includes our nervous system and our endocrine system. So endocrine, you want to think of like our sex hormones, think of adrenal glands, thyroid, even like blood sugar, etc. Various symptoms and signs that your body is clogged up with toxins. So again, a lot of people are like, no, I'm great. I'm following all I need to follow. And I avoid toxins. I'm out of that. Nope, I'm clean, I'm pure. They don't bother me. They're not bothering me. Well, if you are having any difficulty concentrating, that right there can show that your body is likely overloaded with toxins. Especially people with autoimmune conditions, high fibromyalgia, high chronic fatigue syndrome, hello, Hashimoto's, rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, MS, like you name it, chronic conditions in general, diabetes, cardiovascular issues, mental health issues. A lot of these, there are too many toxins in our body. So, and that just accumulates. Our body is not working optimally. When it's working optimally, yes, we can still accumulate it, but we at least have a better way of our systems flushing things out because we're supporting our body. Whether you have generalized joint and muscle aches and pains, that's another symptom right there. Food, environmental or chemical sensitivities, that can indicate that you are having an overload with your toxins and your body is just backed up. Irritability, headaches can be another sign. Lethargy or lethargy. I never can say that one right, and I don't know why I struggle so much. So you're allowed to laugh. Fatigue, weakness. Those are all big indicators too. Abdominal pain, development of autoimmune conditions, and being unresponsive to therapies or treatments that are known to be effective. So you've gone to countless doctors, nothing has worked. That's just a huge sign that your body and your system is overloaded and we need to flush things out. We need to get the gears going again. We need to clean you out. And it takes that holistic approach because again, we're getting inundated in so many different ways. In general, we are all exposed to many toxins throughout our life. And so, supporting the detox system regularly, so doing like yearly, sometimes even monthly for certain individuals, again, it's going to vary, but at least doing something yearly, incorporating intermittent fasting, again, very dependent on the person and the symptoms that you're experiencing, doing it bi-monthly, but having something that helps detoxify, cleanse the body, avoid those clogs can really be beneficial. So, first we have to do a big thing to help you get to your baseline, and then you can help maintain that through monthly, a couple times a year, maybe every so many months, where you can just kind of reset and reboost and help clean out a little bit more. But you won't experience those symptoms, or at least to a much lesser degree. Let me know if that made sense. And if it didn't, I can clarify more. So, there are some areas that can really increase that toxic load and those clogs. That can be anything dealing with SNPs, which are genetic mutations, so mutations within your genes. And a lot of times we see that with methylation problems. So having trouble with oh my gosh, metabolizing like B vitamins. You can have some issues there. Transgenerational epigenetics, so things that are like handed down, traumas that are handed down through the cells. You're sorry coming into this world with a little bit of a toxic load just from your ancestors. So we're clearing those out. It's fascinating. Maternal body burden. So, when you're in the womb, what was your mom going through? What was her toxic load like? What was she inputting in her body to then affect you in utero, too? Gestational exposures, childhood exposures, environmental exposures. Do you enjoy painting? A lot of those different like acrylics and all of that can really create issues. Or if you like to obviously paint, that can be a huge exposure. Do you deal with carpentry or woodworking or building? There are a lot of different things that like hobbies can bring that are toxin heavy. Medical or dental exposures, surgeries, amalgams, especially like we had those mercury fillings way back when, and a lot of people are still have them in their mouths. They don't really do that much anymore, but now they use a plastic. So I guess we'll see in the future what that holds. But any dental exposures or heavy metals from that. Extreme weight loss can also lead to a clog with your detox system. So, like I said in the beginning, your body holds on to um, just gonna look here. Sorry, trying to see if there's any comments anywhere, and keep up while talking. But so extreme weight loss. So our fat cells hold a lot of toxins, and toxins are fat soluble, so they're sitting in there. So when you lose weight and you um, lose it pretty quickly, you are then releasing those toxins. And what we need is your body to be optimal in eliminating them. And a lot of times that doesn't happen. And so people can actually feel really crummy when significant quick weight loss occurs. And that's because those toxins are recirculating within the body and they're not being eliminated. So that at a quick pace can just enhance that toxin clog in the body. Dietary influences like processed foods, nutrition poor food choices, artificial sweeteners, synthetic agents in the foods, high mercury like in different fatty fish, energy drinks and caffeine. Dehydration can help with leading to a clog. Constipation, if you're not eliminating your bowels daily, then toxins are recirculating from your stool. Excessive alcohol intake disrupts your gut microbiome, but it also is a toxin to the body. It's inundating your liver, making it more difficult for your liver to clear things. So it's very damaging for the liver. And then if you're having that excessive alcohol intake and maybe creating more of a fatty liver, your liver's not functioning properly. So it's not clearing it's not doing very well with its detox system. And your liver is a big area for clearance of toxins. Um, so we want to, treat it and support it very well. Smoking is another one. Sick building syndrome. So, like mold exposures, all of that. Relationships, loneliness, abuse, mental illness, caregiving, stress, again, that the high cortisol levels, the chronic stress inundates and clogs you up. Financial stress, caregiving stress, stress about your health. If you're not already feeling well, it stresses you out, especially if you're like, nothing's working, I've tried everything. Um, Exercise and movement, too much oxidative stress within your body, lack of movement, too much movement, too intense of movement. That can lead to clogs too. Sleep and relaxation. So if you are having that lack of quality sleep or quantity of sleep, poor air quality in your bedroom, a dirty bedroom. So if it's not clean, um, organized, if it's not, dusted or vacuumed regularly, or if you have maybe mold growing in your bedroom, that leads to poor quality of your bedroom, which is going to lead to poor quality of sleep. Um, Poor sleep hygiene. So maybe you're staring at a screen right before bed, or you are eating right before bed. That can really disrupt sleep too. No downtime. So, not giving yourself time to relax throughout the day. That's going to just clog up your system. It's really going to dysregulate your nervous system, which also, has that trickle down effect. Nervous system holds on to toxins. It's highly influenced by toxins. So, if it's overloaded, things just, it's that snowball effect. Things just get worse and worse. And a big thing that I want you to recognize is that not everyone is identical in the ability to eliminate toxins from the body. We are all different. We come from different backgrounds. We have different genetics. We have different ways of processing. We have different lives, different lifestyles, different food choices, all of that. We are not the same. So we're going to eliminate these toxins differently. Detoxification or cleansing practices. I know a lot of people are like, your body knows what to do. Yes, that's right. Like, our body does know what to do. It has built-in processes. Um, However, sometimes we need to support those different organs and support it so that it can process the toxins well and eliminate them well. Sometimes we need to do something to help clear out the different pathways so that our body can do what it needs to do. So I know that there are a lot of people out there that are like, you don't need to do a cleanse or you don't need to do a detox. Yes, it is a fad word, but there is truth to it. It's just it's more than just, a cleanse to lose weight or this or that. There's much more to a detox and a cleanse than what the fad trends are out there saying. So yes, the biggest thing is we want to support our detox systems. The gut, the kidneys, the skin, the lymph, the lungs, these are all routes for proper detoxification, and therefore they need to be supported and they need to be cleared, and we need to keep them functioning optimally. So the liver is a major detoxification organ, and therefore we want to support the liver detox pathways, support our liver in general, make sure that we are giving the nutrients, providing the nutrients that it needs. Um, Trying to eliminate alcohol, anything that will really damage the liver. But it's a crucial pathway for clearing out the toxins from the body, metabolizing them, and getting rid of them. Having any irregular elimination of toxins, which is very common for a lot of people, especially those with autoimmune conditions. And in my, chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia group, we tend to have irregular elimination of toxins. We're needing more support. We're needing more clearing. There's just a lot of different moving pieces. And so when you're dealing with a chronic health condition, many times irregular elimination of toxins does occur. So first and foremost, we want to ensure proper elimination and gut health. We really need to support those two. We can do that by, improving on fiber intake, making sure that we're having adequate fiber intake. So looking at 30 to 50 grams a day. But you want to have rotation with the different fibers and variety because that's really going to help you. Um, we want to have adequate water, but not just any water. We really want to avoid those out of plastic bottles. We want to have quality, clean, filtered water because unfortunately there's a lot of toxins in our water system. We want to implement fermented foods that help support our gut bacteria and our gut microbiome. We want to consume whole plant-based foods that feed the good gut bacteria, provide those fibers, but also provide those phytonutrients and those different bioactives that support our detox pathways and overall health and well-being. And then adding in probiotics can be really beneficial too. And I don't always recommend them for everyone. It depends on your symptoms, what you're experiencing. You can add them in supplement form, you can add them in food form. So there are different ways of getting in those probiotics. Probiotics are key, but it's just the recommendations are different for each person. You want to open up your detox pathways, right? So there's a clog. What do you want to do? You want to unclog it. You want to open it up. So it depends on your current symptoms. Again, every individual is different. It depends on your exposures. It depends on heavy metal levels. Maybe we need to test that, or we might need to test your mycotoxins, for any potential mold exposures. What's your lifestyle like? We need to see and get a holistic view of what's going on and where we can improve on to then start that clearing. So we want to then remove those offenders or triggers that are likely gunking up those systems. And we want to tailor foods to your detox pathway. So different symptoms can indicate where you might be struggling in your detox pathways. And then we can tailor some foods in there. You want to choose whole and organic foods because those are going to be, and there's a whole bunch with organic right now. And labeling and all of that. But we want to have the least pesticide exposures as possible. So growing your own food or talking to local farmers is going to be the best. But give your body a variety of antioxidants and phytonutrient dense foods. You want to have the colors of the rainbow, guys. Not the Skittles variety, but the produce variety. Because then you're going to get in a whole bunch of different phytonutrients that support your cells, help fight inflammation in the body, help fight off that oxidative stress, can help clear out the toxins, support metabolism, so many things. Specific foods will vary for each individual, right? Because we have different sensitivities, we have different symptoms that our bodies are experiencing. We're unique, we're individual. But some can include like turmeric, allium vegetables, think of like onions, shallots, those are all going to be big ones. Black tea, green tea, chamomile tea, dandelion tea, peppermint tea, honeybush tea, rooibos tea. Those are huge. Teas are actually very, very supportive for the body. So starting to implement that into your daily routine can be wonderful. Provide antioxidants. Also, it's easy to absorb because it's coming in a broken down liquid form. So your body's like, I can use this really quickly. And it's really excited, instead of like that food form where you have to chew it, you have to digest it, break it down. You're breaking it down even further. And sometimes you don't get that nutrient impact or those bioactive compounds quite as well. These are a lot easier to absorb. So soups and stews are also a great way too. Chicory root, blueberry, citrus fruits, those are great. Cruciferous vegetables, again, it's going to vary on the person. Some people struggle with those. Garlic, ghee is going to be great. Ginger, grapefruit, purple sweet potato. So I know sweet potatoes are wonderful, but specifically purple sweet potato is very beneficial for your detox system. I absolutely love purple sweet potato. I enjoy regular The regular sweet potato that's orange in color, um, but the purple has a different taste, or a different flavor, and it's so vibrant in color that you just know that you're getting a lot of good stuff in it. So try rotating that in if you like sweet potato. Pomegranate, rosemary, oregano, cilantro, those are going to be huge. Adding spirulina or chlorophyll um, can be really helpful too. How you cook the food can influence your food sensitivities, influence your detox system more than the food itself too. So a lot of people will be like, I have a sensitivity to this food, and it might not be the food itself but how you cooked it. um, so you can make non-toxic food toxic just by cooking it. So using quality cookware, looking at your pans and your pots and seeing if there are any scuff marks on there, that can provide toxin into the food. Cooking slow, low, and using moist methods versus having the dry heat methods and the high temperatures. Um, you really want to cook slow and low. Using water in place of oil, and not all oil is horrible, um, because we want to have those healthier fats and everything, but lard, tallow, ghee, those can be better choices. Even coconut oil, avocado oil if you have a high quality one. Butter can be better too, but using water in place of oil is going to be really helpful just because of that smoke point, for the various oils. Use a combo of raw and lightly steamed when it comes to your produce and like veggies. Using fermentation methods can be really beneficial. It helps your digestive system. So, that fermentation process kind of breaks down those fibers in the food, which makes it easier on your digestive system. But it also provides that good gut bacteria and the food for that gut bacteria so that they can thrive. Removing plastic and canned items as much as possible. So canned are very high in BPA and other plastics, unfortunately. Adding in phytochelators, chlorophyll, probiotics is beneficial. Eating high quality protein. So your liver needs ample amounts of amino acid. And so, yes, juice cleanses can be very helpful. A lot of times it's more helpful for just kind of cleaning out your gut, um, and flushing out the GI tract and all of that, or just resetting. Maybe you're in a little bit of a slump. It can reset and be like, okay, now I can get back to eating the better foods. You have that juice period where it's like, I'm taking that next step now to make better food choices. But it's a great way to clear out the gut. However, you're not really getting those amino acids to help your liver. So you want to include grass-fed meat, eggs, wild-caught fish. Um, those are going to be beneficial. Engaging in exercise, for sufficient sweating, breathing, um, proper urinating, all of that is a great way to eliminate toxins from the body. Utilizing sauna therapy is huge and can be very helpful for people. Support your body with extra nutrients, like taurine, glycine, glutamine, N-acetylcysteine is huge, lipoic acid, milk thistle, all very supportive for our liver. Vitamin C, vitamin E, B complex, getting in magnesium, herbal anti-inflammatories, curcumin, those can all be very supportive to help clean out our systems and support them. Getting in adequate and quality sleep is going to be big. So once you have adequate sleep, it helps rejuvenate and repair your immune system and your other organs. It helps keep your circadian rhythm in balance. It can help keep your melatonin levels optimal. And any lack of sleep can really obviously hurt all those things I just mentioned, but it can lead to those higher carb cravings too. So then you're reaching for those more refined foods or having a higher carb load, which then can hurt your GI system even more or cause more flare ups, and clunk up the system again. Dry brushing your skin. It opens your pores, allows for heavy metals and BPA to be easily released when you sweat. And then it also supports lymph drainage, which is huge and very important for our systems. Considering coffee enemas and castor oil packs, these can help accelerate liver detoxification and are very, very supportive for our body. So I know I just went through a whole bunch. Please let me know if you have any questions and let me know, what you thought of that. Are you incorporating any of these things currently? Um, what's working for you? Are you still struggling in different areas? Please, reach out. I have a free 30-minute discovery call where we can chat. We can figure out the next best approach for you so that you can start feeling your best. Because again, we're not escaping these toxic loads. They're just a part of life, but we need to support our body so that we can clear them and properly function. So, with that being said, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining. And what would you like to hear more of? I want you to be engaged in a part of this so that I can provide you with materials that are beneficial for you and help you reach your optimal health. I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your Friday. I love doing these lives and chatting about, or I guess nerding out over all of this. So I hope that you did as well and had some takeaways. Um, but have a wonderful weekend. Again, usually it's Wednesdays at 12 p.m. that I do my lives. This week was just a little different. So all right, you guys, take care, stay warm, enjoy the heat wave of next week if you're in Minnesota, and until next time, take care.